Yo, what it do, SRT gang? It's your boy with the fat swaggy reacts, and we are back with another reaction video, man. And today, guys, we're gonna be checking out your boy Chills. So this is another, another like YouTube, like scary, like ghost hunting. Well, not ghost hunting. Well, like another scary, like reaction channel. So we're gonna check out this boy Chills today, and this is 5 scary videos that will make you uneasy. Know what I'm saying? Like, alright, so like if you guys like these type of videos, of course let me know by liking the video, and I'll definitely give you guys more chills. Chills, you know, I normally like react to like Nuke's Top 5 or Mr. Nightmare, you know what I'm saying? But if you guys like Chills, and I'll definitely like come back and do more videos of him or whatever. Just let me know down in the comment section, y'all. Like and then also go follow me on all my social medias down below. If you have any like special requests, hit me up on one of my social medias down below, okay, y'all? So without further ado, man, we're on the road to 6K, man. So if you want to hit that subscribe button, man, it'd be greatly appreciated. If not, it's all love. It's all love, know what I'm saying? So without further ado, man, let's go ahead and get into this, gang. Let's get it.
None of the videos on this top 5 list will make you feel at ease, so get ready and let's go. Number 5. Tim Morozov, or Tim Frost in English, is a Russian YouTuber who goes into places that spirits want him to stay out of. This time he has his eyes on an entire village that's been evacuated due to the presence of something mysterious, something neither you nor I can see. He picks the creepiest and most haunted looking cabin of them all, and unlike most ghost hunters, sets up high quality lighting to catch every last detail. It isn't long before Tim Frost thinks he sees a mist floating before his very eyes, but to be honest, I don't see anything.
Yeah, like, I don't see nothing either. I mean, do y'all see anything? Like, let me know, cause I don't see nothing. You see anything?
Before his very eyes, but to be honest, I don't see anything.
What?
Oh, shit.
That mirror, on the other hand, is hard to miss. Tim takes it off the wall and is busy inspecting it with what sounds like beads falling off a necklace hit the floor from behind. If this is fake, then someone must have climbed the cabin and poured something onto the roof to create this sound, but that still doesn't explain what happens next.
Footsteps.
A ghost brushes by and hits the microphone of his camera at 12 minutes and 3 seconds. The mic moves by itself and everything.
Like, he didn't feel that on the mic? I get,
Or maybe Tim's just lightly shaking it to create the illusion of movement. Then his light short circuits, unless, that is, he hits the strobe effect and then turns it off himself. Tim Frost knows that he has to explore the entire cabin, and that includes the basement. He takes the freaky mirror down there with him and starts snapping pictures with an old Polaroid camera for evidence. That's when a brick falls near him. There's a good chance he placed it there himself, because this ledge is an odd place for a brick to just so happen to be perched upon. But right as I say, I notice an orb fly over the brick right as it falls. So now I'm back to thinking it could be real and
Hey, bro. Hey, y'all. Come on. Like, what you guys think, bro? You think somebody just in the room over there and pushed it over or something? Like, maybe. I don't know, man.
paranormal. Tim Frost unfortunately gets chased out by locals before he can gather much more evidence. He returns on a different day and selects another cabin. This one happens to still have power, which is odd, but I guess the electrical company could have made a mistake and not switched it off yet. Anyway, at 3 minutes and 45 seconds, he records a strange flickering white light against the wall.
Yeah.
It stays with him for more than a minute, but then, at 6 minutes and 10 seconds, it goes away, almost like it goes into the next room, and then this happens.
Блин, что-то голова раскалывается, на самом деле. Но спичка вроде все в порядке.
Oh.
Suddenly, the lights go out and Tim finds himself alone in the dark, or so he thinks.
Как упали тарелки.
He uses an EMF meter to track something moving around with him, and when he hones in on its exact position, his lights start messing up. Also, an eerie mist is visible around his flash.
See, like, whenever you get around them ghosts, bro, like, they just, I'm telling you, shit start malfunctioning, lights go out. It never ends well, bro. It never ends well.
Light, but maybe it's dust. He follows the EMF meter up to an attic. His flashlight is flickering badly now, even though it was a solid beam only minutes before. What he hears next is not fake in my opinion. Too light to be a person, and yet all too near. In fact, it sounded like it was this door. When he looks inside for himself, nothing is there. And get this, the flashlight of his camera is not the last of his lighting problems that night. When he set up his professional studio lights that he's never had a problem with before, they can't seem to stay on either. I would say that this was from faulty wiring with the cabin, but I think this light is running on its own battery and isn't plugged in at all.
What?
Number 4.
Wow.
This deleted TikTok video is believed to have been made by a tourist while visiting Australia. They are walking along the coast when they encounter the most interesting wildlife specimen they've ever seen. What to them is a picture-perfect vacation moment is actually a nightmare to any native Australian. Had a tour guide been with them, they would already be on the way to a hospital, because this tiny octopus is one of the most venomous creatures in the world.
Really?
Its teeth are paper thin and can sink through skin without them feeling it. Sometimes just holding it for a while, much like this, is enough to transfer its venom. Once this happens, there's no turning back because, unlike most snake bites and other venomous creatures, the venom is too strong. In other words, there is nothing they can do. Maybe they found it out of the water and were trying to help it back to the ocean. But more than likely, they just thought it would make for a cool vacation video.
That's not a cool Did this person die? Like, what happened? Like, yo, I want to know. I want to know what happened to this. Like,
translate what it says if you can so we can get a better glimpse into what they were thinking. The octopus is already on their hand when the video begins, so I don't know what compelled them to pick it up, but I'm pretty sure I know what happens next. So with that in mind, this video makes me feel uneasy because there's nothing I can do to help. And speaking of dangerous Australian creatures that look relatively innocent, allow me to introduce you to the shrike thrush. Though it looks like any other songbird, it's actually one of 3 avian varieties in the world that are poisonous.
What? A bird is poisonous? Like a bird like this is poisonous? Really? Wow, bro.
It's poison from eating a special kind of beetle, and it's actually the same type as poison dart frogs make. I'm not sure if they would go so far as to try and go after a person, probably not based on this video, but anyone foolish enough to eat one would get really sick and might not make it. Even handling one of its feathers could be dangerous if you rub your face after. And even though this bird might not go after people, perhaps a more aggressive bird might. So basically, if you are ever in Australia, just stay inside and leave everything alone.
You don't look like I'm gonna be going to Australia, coach.
At least, that's what these videos have me thinking.
What?
Number 3. In 2010, an anonymous YouTuber learns that his father has passed away. He was never close to the man to begin with, and had stopped talking to him years ago. All he inherited was a box of meaningless old VHS movies as a result, which was fine by him for all he cared. It takes over a year for him to even look through his dad's collection to see if there was anything worth watching. There wasn't really anything of interest, but since he likes retro technology, he decides to try out a random tape for fun. On August 1st, 2011, it's some old television series that nobody remembers, though the box itself looks real, as does the small print on the label. He puts it into the VCR, and within a minute he sees something not meant for his eyes. It looks like someone taped over this show to watch a woman in the window, and it only gets worse from there. The same tape shows a bowl on the floor of a dirty room that could be for someone to drink out of. The person's shadow fills the frame and they appear to be holding a shovel. By August 12th, he has gone through 6 tapes and all of them have something creepy on them.
What?
There's more random footage of the same woman as before.
This man like a stalker or some shit? Like, what's going on here, bro? Like, what?
The object of his obsession, as she delivers a letter and goes back inside, which to me says that he's been watching her for days, if not months, learning her every move.
Stalker,
her
bro.
hair seems to be shorter here, further adding to the theory that he has been planning this for quite some time.
Yeah, bro.
Next, we see a capture taking place. And I can't help but think this taping over a wedding scene was some kind of sick symbolism for her capture. By
What the hell, bro? Do y'all not hear this, bro? He's going through his dad's old tapes, bro. This is what his dad was doing. Seriously?
the 12th tape, it's become clear to me that his dad is the person behind all of this. A home video from years ago shows him zooming in on his young son and possibly having a conversation with him while he's deep asleep. Then his dad's on the road again, driving in the middle of the night to somewhere secluded, his location of choice where he holds his prey. The person in a leather outfit and strange mask is probably his father as well, and the same person who was holding the shovel before. He is almost certain that his father is the one responsible, but he needs more evidence. So a month later, he goes to his father's property and takes a locked box. He and his girlfriend pore over the contents within and are surprised by what they find. Most blatantly disturbing is a lock and chain, powerful enough to shackle somebody to the floor. There's also more tapes, an old flash card, and this ritualistic doll with a rope that he's seen pulling on in one of the other videos, which in my mind is conclusive.
Yo, this nigga daddy was fucking crazy, bro. Like, what? Yo, I'm definitely gonna be doing a lot more chills reactions, bro. I got to, bro. Hit that subscribe button, man, and let me know what I need to react to next. Oh my gosh.
Proof that links his father to the scene.
What?
In the lockbox tape, you'll see a different mask. Empty at first, but then worn by this person. Possibly his father, but maybe a second accomplice. The same woman who was watched one day as she dropped off a letter in the mail now fumbles around the room, so I think it's dark in there and they're using night vision. I get the feeling that they were letting her think she had escaped here. Maybe they were being quiet and acted like they laughed. Only when she feels their shoe and squints at the dark outline before her, does she realize his father has been standing there the whole time. This could be an art project, but I'm not sure. This person's father could have been committing heinous acts, recording bits and pieces over random VHS tapes to watch later and remember all that he's done. After all, he's seen on the tapes handling some of the items later found in his very lockbox. So the next time you ever come across someone's old tapes, you might just want to throw them out instead of watching them. Otherwise, you might discover one of their worst secrets on tape.
And that's crazy. That's that man's father, bro.
Laying bare for all to see. Number 2. On 3830 McMahon Road sits a lone white house which at first glance looks rather unassuming, but is actually a source of otherworldly evil. A place so foul that not even 2 separate exorcisms could fully cleanse its walls. Over 800 Native Americans are said to have lost their lives in the surrounding hills against federal forces, many of whom are thought to be buried under the Hinsdale House, fueling its foundations with anger. And that's just the beginning. Sometime in the 1800s, 2 outlaw brothers used this New York property as their sick trophy room. They would go after stagecoaches and left behind no witnesses. The bodies were mostly kept in the attic or left in the basement without a care. Outside, more lives were taken over the years at a pond and also at an old tree at just the right height for a rope, which was later struck by lightning. Nowadays, the heavily haunted Hinsdale House has become a location for ghost hunters like John and Amanda of Elevated Vlogs to explore whatever secrets lie within. John and Amanda are amateur ghost hunters without much paranormal experience, so their reactions are about as raw as it gets. Their night begins with a tour from the house's current owner, a man named Daniel Clays, who spared this house from getting demolished in 2015. He seems to have formed a truce with the spirits in return for saving them. The way he talks about his experiences, the more activity their camera catches around him.
There's definitely something that's sinister, maybe darker, that comes out once in a while. But your best thing is to just ignore it and move on and go do something else. We were just standing in the kitchen and we had a camera on ourselves and they were talking about the exorcism this, exorcism that. And
Daniel leaves them to explore the house on their own.
And just kind of do a little explore before we sit down anywhere. And
did you hear that?
They also hear this noise, the sound someone makes with a hand over their mouth.
but he said he has experienced somewhat of a
something. That's what I heard, like a
Hand over their mouth.
But he said he has experienced somewhat of a something dark here. Experience.
They enter the room of Mary Dandy, the youngest daughter of a family who lived here during the 1970s, and find bugs on their backs, legs up, an odd characteristic that the room has become known for. An entity has attached itself here, something foul enough to attract flies and send them lifelessly to the floor without its presence. Or maybe these flies were placed here by Daniel to fool John and Amanda. Either way, the activity only seems to increase ever since standing in Mary's room. I think something runs ahead of them down the stairs into the basement. Maybe the final steps of someone trying to get away during a terrible event.
Most people that check this place out will come with a team.
Oh yeah, I'll go down first so you can show them this really cool. Did you hear that?
What was that?
And when they try to communicate with it, a scared little girl's voice comes across the airwaves.
Are you okay with us staying here tonight?
Oh.
They decide to head
She said, no. Hey, it's time to go. So get the hell out of there, coach.
back into Mary's room. Again, their spirit box picks up the same crying girl as before.
Are you okay with us being in this room? Can we sit here?
And this is the third time they pick up her
Lord.
voice. Definitely the same girl the whole time.
Are we safe?
She's
Like, how many? How many more? Like warnings do you need? She said no. She said get out. You're still here.
following them from room to room, and maybe behind her is the sinister force that Daniel warned them to stay away from.
Man, bro.
They decided to check out the attic before they get too scared. Remember what I said about the attic earlier? Sure enough, John feels a strong hand wrap his arm to pull him forward, followed by a supernatural confirmation from a gruff male voice.
Dude, I'm not even playing, man.
Did someone touch John's arm?
Like, no lie, it felt like there was just something
Dude, that
What?
sounds like, yeah.
They flee downstairs to regroup and find they can no longer leave. Something's outside.
What?
John.
Oh my
I
god.
literally
Oh,
heard something outside. I'm not
no.
even messing around. Did you hear that?
She's trying to say leave, get out. You're not safe, but you want to stay. So
That dude.
No, I know. It sounded like metal tinging.
I don't hear it, but I do see it.
yeah,
Look
I see
again,
it too.
it's a ghost caught on live stream.
Yeah,
And even though I didn't
yeah, I see it right there.
hear it
Yep,
earlier,
yep,
I do hear chains rattling during this part when they get closer
Man.
to the door.
What's that noise?
There's nothing left to
Oh
do but
my
wait it out
God.
in the Hinsdale house. After a night of fitful sleep, they decide to explore the hillside before getting out of there fast.
Man,
They're still afraid from yesterday's events, but it's their job as paranormal investigators to keep going no matter what. So with their
Man.
spirit box out, they wander into the woods. Within minutes, they record a voice. I hear 3 words. I need help.
what?
Then they hear a familiar voice.
Like, bro, like, come on, do y'all not?
The same one responsible for grabbing John's arm in the attic.
We're coming into the darker part of the woods here. Would somebody like to speak with us? Oh. Yep. That was definitely a male voice.
And this part is either Amanda's voice edited in, or else somebody is humming a creepy tune right next to John. The forest is dark and cold. I agree with John that this is a different language.
We're in the middle of the woods. There's no electrical
They come to a part of the woods that's particularly eerie for no reason at all. It's just a feeling they both have. That's when they realize the reason for their fears could not be directly underfoot.
Did you die here?
The thought of communicating with the
wow.
other side has always made me uneasy, but speaking with someone while standing on their unmarked grave, as elevated
crazy.
vlogs seem to have done, takes that uneasiness to a whole other
That's crazy.
level. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because I upload 4 new scary videos every week. If you're curious about
Oh,
what I
really?
look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number 1. This video is taken somewhere in a Paris metro and has been making rounds on the internet because of how uneasy it makes some people feel, me included. Someone we never see records a man who is minding his own business, waiting for the train. The man seems too into his music to notice that he's being watched. A girl in a leather jacket, on the other hand, seems in on it and has a devious smirk. She seems to be walking towards him and testing how aware he is of his surroundings. When she swings her skateboard and he doesn't notice, she seems pleased. She throws it down and he still doesn't look over. It's like she's toying with him. By now, her intentions seem clear, and anyone with a conscience would feel uneasy thinking that this poor
Lord.
person is about to get knocked over the tracks.
Right.
Nobody else is around to stop it.
Right.
And if there are no security cameras, then this would be the only evidence of her wrongdoing.
Right.
There's nothing we can do but watch as she executes her plan. But just when it looks like she is really going to give him a shove, she instead spray paints something embarrassing onto his back that I'm not allowed to show you. I'll just say it's something you definitely would not want on your back in a room full of strangers, but at the same time it's better than getting pulverized. Amazingly, he seems not to suspect a thing as the train pulls up and he gets on board. This clip is really weird, so I did
man,
some
that's
investigating. A lot of channels are showing this video and claiming it's real, but I tracked down the original source and found this was actually a music video by a group called Kino Prabi
Oh.
Productions. So if
Wow.
you see this on any other
Oh, this was a music video the whole time. What the fuck? What the hell? Had got me looking crazy over here.
channels. It's not real. I just wanted to give them props because, as popular as this video is, I still haven't seen them receive the proper credit they deserve in the countdowns they've been featured on. I've also put the Instagram of each person involved in the description as well.
That's awesome.
These scary videos
That's
contain
awesome,
hidden
yo.
surprises that you will have to look at twice to fully understand.
Yo, bro, like, shout out to Chills, bro. Like, that was a dope one, bro. Like, let me know what you guys thought about this one, man. If you guys would like me to do another one, or you want me to stick to my new top fives, or or Mr. Nightmare. So just let me know down in the comment section, man. Like, hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button if you want to, gang. And I'm out this thing. Let's get it.